Start building some hurting bombs.
Pressing me? Because your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Oh, look, Doc, I just can't do it. I've never learned to speak Greek.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I don't need no philosophy lesson here.
And I think that the spotlight should go on top of me. Yeah.
Master of misinformation, Mr. Know-It-All.
Is he always so cheerful?
See, you told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe.
Just looking, thanks. I'll stand at the bar. I shouldn't wish to attract attention.
Don't get mentally erect.
Well, neither are you very mature.
This is the way.
I think it's good, except it sucks.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
That's an attention getter.
The tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Are you ready?
And we are live tonight right here. I am Louis Perry, and with me is Ian the historian, because Jamie Dolan cannot be with us tonight. So we are very, very sorry. And I'm sorry if the comments are coming through tonight, but I apologize. You're going to have to go on the Angrygeeks show page or on the YouTube channel to post comments. I'm not sure if the comments will not go through, but Aviva's in the house. Good evening, Aviva. How are you? I am so glad that you liked that book. I knew you would, and we're going to talk a little bit about that book tonight. So, and the book that we're going to be talking about is Something is Killing the Children. Ian, it's an older book. It's been out for about a year, 2 years, but it's fabulous. It was optioned for a Netflix series. We're going to get into that a little bit, and it's extremely awesome. It's something I think that you're going to like. Chris Hebert is in the house. Good evening, Chris. How are you, sir? I owed you a phone call, but it was the holiday weekend, and I completely messed up. And you know what? Ian is our producer. I was supposed to call him last week, and I completely blew him off, too. So it's, yeah. And Aviva says, nice shirt. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about Ian? I don't know.
I don't know.
Aviva says,
probably
nice
yours.
shirt.
Mine's black, so.
Probably mine. Ian, before we get started, you just won an award for a short film. Now, I watched that short film, and at first I thought I was watching Dexter. And I was like, what in... Because I know your personality, I know your sense of humor, but it was the oddest thing that I ever seen. But the ending caught me off guard. And Uncle Joe, hello, Uncle Joe. The ending caught me off guard. Tell us a little bit about this film before we get into anything else that we want to talk about, because it's badass, and I want to put the link. You sent me the link on my cell phone, not to the computers, but I do want to put it up there, because I want people to go and watch it.
In there somewhere. I can drop it in
please.
There somewhere. Yeah,
please.
So it was my wife and I. It was just the two of us, and we signed up most years for the Northampton Open Media 7-day film sprint. And basically, it's a 7-day contest where you get random prompts, and then your team has to make a short movie in that 7-day period, and include all of the prompts, and then it gets put in with all the other people who finished, and awards are given out. And luckily mine was chosen first for the first time out of like 4 or 5 times that I've done it. So I was really happy with it. In fact, I think I was in the middle of texting my wife because I went to the live premiere, but she couldn't. I was in the middle of she was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't win after watching some of the films. And I think they called my name, and I'm in the middle of texting her that. I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's nice. And got to go up. So it was really cool. I'm going to put the link in there now for this.
Well, you know what? We could share it. You want to share it and show everyone? All right, put the link up there, and then I will go to YouTube and I will pull it up. So I want everyone to watch this. I mean, we won't get snagged on copyright, that's for sure.
Nope, it's completely my own thing, and everything's public domain other than that.
You guys are in for a treat because this is simply, it's very creepy but very amazing, and the ending is going to blow you away.
All right,
so
I'm in the I'm
in the private chat.
No, I can do that either way.
Okay.
I was put it in Facebook, and then I realized I was signed in as my job.
Oh,
not the best idea.
All right, what I'm going to do is we're going to pull this up. All right, so explain to everyone while I'm setting this up exactly what's going on.
So there's always 2 or 3 prompts, and there's one universal prompt that everyone has to do. And so each team has their own unique prompts. And so it makes, it shows that the movie was done in the time frame, because there's no way you could predict what one of the prompts were. And, it's a way to, what I like the whole competition is, because it's such a short deadline, it forces you to think creatively and forces you to really think out of the box of what you can make in that short time period. And so link is in the Facebook if anyone
I got it. I got it. I'm all set to go.
So my prompts were it had to be the genre of an unboxing video. It had to have a music aficionado in it and as a character, and it also had to have what was the other element? There was something we added. Oh, a POV shot. And then it also had to include the word now, which was the universal prompt that everyone had to. So,
all right, are you ready?
Those things. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a world premiere right here on the Angrygeeks. This is just amazing.
Thank you.
Can you guys see it?
I can see it.
All right, here's Ian.
Hello, David Lynch here. People always wanted me to do an unboxing video. Well, now you have one.
So I cannot defend the impression of David Lynch, but it is actually not too far off. If you've ever, he has a YouTube channel, and if you're not aware, he does literal daily weather updates from his house in Los Angeles every single day. His page is full of like 1 to 2 minute videos of him either telling you what the weather is, what the day's number is, or something, plus all of his other weird. So I gave. I was on. This was done in the last 12 hours before submission was due because I literally just couldn't come up with something. I was busy with work. I was busy with my own film competition that I'll talk about in just a second.
Yeah.
But so I was busy and I was just not coming up with something. I said, screw it. I'm just going full crazy. I'm going full Lynchian, and I'm not going to explain anything, even though I really want to explain. Like, there's so many like details in there that I put in. Like, at one point, you hear there's a faint cat meow because
I heard that.
Try filming without cats making noises. Like, I did the best I could, but one slipped through. But it's awesome because it does actually sort of give you a hint. Like, after you've seen it, you're like, oh, that wasn't weird or random. That was like
I heard it the second time through, though. I didn't hear it the first time. The second time through, I heard it.
When I watched it live at the premiere, it was great. Everyone was really transfixed on it. Like, everyone's kind of like, laughing or kind of chit-chatting with all the other movies, and it is dead silent when mine's going through until the end, and everyone sees the cat, and they're like, oh! But what you don't hear when there's that crowd, or if you're by yourself, is the cat hissing at me because I just shoved them in a box and I got them out as quickly as I could. Like, I was like, I'm so sorry, buddy. Get in there. Get your shot.
Again, the hissing. Second time around, I heard it.
Yeah.
When I was the first time I watched it, I was like, "What in God's name is Ian doing? Is he like? Is this Dexter? What is he doing?" Because at first I was baffled on all the syringes, and then I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, "What the hell?" And again,
none of it makes sense because the empty syringes are just for like fertilizers or just like real basic, like you could put something into a smaller thing if a jar if you have to. So they're nothing special. But the needles they're just mushroom spores. That's all they are. We're trying to learn how to grow mushrooms, so we bought some oyster mushroom. But I'm like, oh, but these are really cool looking, so let's use those. And all I did was inject it into a thing so like I can start growing mushrooms. That grain bag is what all of the mushrooms grow on. So
I
was kind of what I was saying earlier about like the creativity. It forces you to think about something like really differently.
What made me laugh, and I'm not sure if any of our viewers laughed, your walk to the garage.
So
I was like,
every shot outside, I believe, or at least every shot of me walking outside is backwards because it just makes me think Lynch. Like why not? Like, again, there's no reason why that's the case. The piece of music is actually one I've used before, but it's so good and creepy. But it's some Mexican artists from the 70s who were highly inspired. The names are at the end of the credits. The piece is called Cometa 1973. But they were inspired by this really abstract, very like way out there musician who made very atonal music like that. And so like I did that for a Frida Kahlo documentary. And so like that music just spoke to that piece. And so but the fun part of it was I just took a minute and a half to put it in there and see how it sounded as I was testing other songs. I put it in, and the only thing I did was extend it because it was placed perfectly without having to do anything. Like, I did not time that music. I did not cut that music. I picked a start point, put it on there, and it perfect halfway point. Walking outside and you hear that.
It was great. Aviva says the film is great, oddly creepy with a great ending.
And I didn't want it to be says only creepy. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. And I don't want to be only creepy. I want things, especially.
Dude, I met you. I know you. I hung out with you. You are creepy. No.
Yeah. But I like to make things that people enjoy and like have fun with. If you haven't, we'll look at it at a different time because I want to talk about something else. But if you haven't seen my How to Sing to Cats video, I teach an instructional video of how to sing to cats. It's only a minute long, so trust me, it's all you need.
Oh my God!
Go to my YouTube page. But the main thing I want to talk about is I did this. I've done this 4 or 5 times with Northampton, but I've been working at GCTV, one of your homes for this wonderful show, and we're so happy to get regular content from you. You're one of the few that like stuck it through like the pandemic of getting us new content, and it's been great, especially starting Faces and Heels and moving on from there. No, of course, thank you. But so I work at GCTV for a few years, and we have started our own film competition that's very similar. Basically, whole same premise, but we do it over 2 weeks. It's Greenfield based, but this year we've actually got a number of people from Northampton, actually from Northampton Open Media, because it's hard to compete in your own film competition. But so they're like, great, now we can finally do one. And so the kickoff actually started this past Thursday, but I have not been in the office really all weekend. If someone wanted to register at gctv.org/LPG or just gctv.org and you'll find it. But like, if I see it by like tomorrow, I'm sure we can get you in.
Yes, Jamie and I are talking about it. We're trying to come up with some ideas.
And I mean, yes, but I'm talking to the wider internet at this point. We're trying to keep it Western Mass specific, but no, absolutely, I want your movie, but I'm using the internet for my own personal gain right now, Louis. So just hold on.
How long does the film have to be to people like me that don't like reading and say, Jamie, read this, or give it to Rose, read this?
Very simple rules. First, you have to sign up. So again, gctv.org. You'll see our picture on the front page. You click on it. You'll get there eventually. Or if you just search Lights, Camera, Greenfield. So after that, you'll get random prompts that we give you. You have to include those in a 4-minute movie and submit it by the deadline of April 28th. The reason we're sort of letting people sign in late is because with the Northampton 7-day, it's a very short amount of time. Like, there's no wiggle room in there. But with ours being 2 weeks, if someone signs up today or like say tonight or tomorrow, they lost 3 days. 10 days, 11 days is still enough time to make a movie. We still, like, the creativity in the movies are the point. We're going to judge them. We're going to have fun. We've got awards. We've got some fantastic prizes donated from local Greenfield businesses. We want people to make stuff. That's the most important thing. So even if you submit it like the next day, I'd show it. It might get some points knocked off, but like, we want your movies. It's super easy to do on a phone nowadays.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we just used a big old camera, but yeah, shooting a movie on the phone. I mean, all phones have chroma screen too. You can be surprised on what you can do on a shoestring budget.
Yeah, iPhones automatically have iMovie on there, and you'd be surprised at what you can pull off with that. Android phones have a less of an option, but there's still plenty of free ones. And as GCTV and a community access station, we have all the tech and knowledge to train you. That's the best part.
There you go. Now you can get to GCTV right off the Angrygeeks show website. Just go there, click on the links, and it'll bring you right to their website. So go ahead and sign up, have some fun.
Please, but yes, it would be great.
Beware of the competition because Jamie and I might be throwing our hat in the ring.
No, and I would love to see a movie you guys pull off. Like, if Jamie could get her dogs, like, no, I think we'd be in business because, trust me, animals always kill. It's all about animals and kids. So if you can get both of them together, no one likes cats, apparently. So, all right, I'm done patting myself on the back. Let's talk about something else.
All right, Thor, God and Thunder. Did you see the trailer?
I actually watched the trailer. I only watched it on my phone. It was the only chance I had. I'm at a point with a lot of these movies now, especially with as much news that comes out with them. I like watching that first kind of teaser trailer. Depending on the movie, I'll watch like that first full one where you get some info and context. But after that, I'm done. I don't want to keep learning more about the movie before I go see it because it kind of takes some of the surprise out.
Correct.
And of course, some of it leaks through anyway. But no, that trailer I thought was perfect. It teased you on all these new wonderful things that are going to happen, things that you knew were going to happen. Everyone knew there was going to be the lady Thor because of just casting and everything. But like, it just showed style. Like, this is what you're getting in for. This is what you're on board for. Jump on the ship or, don't like it.
Do you think that's Hercules?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, because I was thinking that, because then there's also the lightning in there. I'm like, are they introducing...
That's what I'm thinking. Is it going to be Hercules?
The Greek gods? And I'm like, I actually didn't catch the Hercules thing, but as you say it, but I definitely was thinking, Zeus? I'm like, there's a Zeus, I'm pretty sure, in Marvel. So why not?
I'm digging it. I got goosebumps at the end of the trailer. The end of the trailer, you saw the hammer all like glued together, and then Jane Foster. Oh, spoiler! If you haven't read the comics, the female Thor is Jane.
Exactly, that's the problem with some of this. One, it's at the end of the teaser trailer, so I mean, again, it's teasing it. I'm at the point where it's like you realize, okay, they're gonna show you some reveals with this stuff, but if Marvel's done such a good job of their marketing, they've got 5 surprises that you don't know about until you go and watch the movie. Correct. So it's like, okay, I got that note. But again, even when I didn't read comics regularly, I knew Jane Foster became Thor. Like, it was a big deal in regular news that in the comics that happened. So, like, of course, why wouldn't that be her?
Correct. Andre says, geek out party people.
I don't think I have another setting, especially once I get going. Like, I can do some rant.
Aviva says that she was thinking it's Zeus.
Yeah, I thought Odin, but that's too obvious because that was already done within them. Like, unless it's this multiverse Odin, but then that could explain it's just multiverse Zeus. Then it's just Greek mythology. So
yeah, correct. And Wolfie says my brother
Thor trailer that just dropped.
Where is my goddess?
TV, so I couldn't help but watch it, even though I didn't have a decent screen to watch it on.
Yeah. Jamie has another thing that she has to take care of for her day job tonight, so that is why she's not here, Wolfie. So sorry, but she will be back next week.
You got me. Actually, if I had known that Jamie wasn't going to be here, I actually would have had the Wonder Woman costume dry cleaned, and I could have worn it otherwise. But I'm not putting it on at this point. So sorry, it was too late. I don't have enough time to put it on. So. It was too last minute for me to know that she wasn't going to be here.
Last minute that you didn't know she was going to be here. Correct. I watched the trailer. Now, I was kind of Guns N' Roses burned out for a long time.
I sort of rolled my eyes because it is something they're doing a lot now. They just take a classic rock song and it's like, okay, what's going to be too on the nose this time?
But it was. Every time I heard Guns N' Roses on the radio, I change the channel. But now, Sweet Child of Mine in this trailer, I'm like, wow, it fit. It got me. It came around, punched me in the gut, and I'm like, wow. Wolfie says, shrugging at the thought of Ian as Wonder Woman.
Shrug all you want. I thought the same thing, especially with Ragnarok when they used Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. One, it's so on the nose, it's too obvious, but it works so well. You can't argue with it. Like, they use it in such a great way. It's just like, well, okay, I give you a pass on this one.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, the trailer it ended too quickly. I know it's a teaser.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 more trailers to follow it and over the next few months.
I know, so excited to see it. Party Thor is back with the gut hanging out, working out, and then of course he gets all buff and everything. And Star-Lord just looking at. I can't wait for this movie.
I am interested to see how they do the Guardians of the Galaxy in there because I like the weird Marvel ones, so that's why I like Ragnarok so much. I love the ones that just go, well, we're going to dive deep into style because that's what comics are. They're all art style. That's why you're drawn to them. So I want the ones that look outrageous and don't look like the real world. Of course I want to go out to space rather than hang out in New York again. Come on.
I can't wait for this movie. It's just, it's going to be. Morpheus, did you see it?
Morbius?
Yeah, Morbius. That's
I
what
thought
I
you
said.
said Morpheus. I'm like, did they make a solo movie of Morpheus?
No, I did say Morpheus because like I wanted to morph into another theater. I hated
that
it.
one looked bad. I don't have any like when that is free on the streaming platform I already have. I'll check it out on a night that I'm doing dishes or I'm folding laundry or something. But there was no rush for me to see that one. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan to begin with, let alone like. I think it's a great idea to take these random Spider-Man characters and give them movies, but this one just looked bad. It just did.
Now, Jamie did post, and I was really hoping that she was going to be here tonight so I can grill her on this. When the movie came out, I gave my review. I did not like it at all, but she did post on Facebook that she liked it, and I wanted to find out why or how.
I think I have no idea how much lore of Spider-Man Jamie knows at all, but like, I think if you go, it's a lot of these movies. If you go in not knowing a whole lot about like what was there or anything, like there's a lot of movies that are bad that I can go in and enjoy. Basically, like it's what expectations are you going into the theater with? Like, so many of these movies feel like they're just cobbled together and there's no through line with them. And I think people are picking up on that. Like Marvel, I'm not a huge Marvel fanboy, but I do love the movies and they do it well because they have their like intricate map of how everything ties together and all that.
Yep.
But while I'm sort of tired of that, these random shots of the dark and not like fully committing to anything comes across, especially when you find out this movie's been delayed because producers had notes and they needed to rewrite and reshoot, and it's never a good sign.
No, never.
Doesn't
all right,
matter if it's a comic book movie or any movie.
Correct. Wolfie comes back and says, but that was a cover of the Immigrant Song. Yes, but it's still...
I couldn't remember, but it honestly... In that moment, do you know or care?
No, it just fit.
But like, honestly, I did pick up on it, and I'm a Led Zeppelin fan to a point.
And Chris Ebert says Moon Knight was very good. Can't wait for the Multiverse of Madness.
Same. I'm hoping for. I was mildly disappointed with the Spider-Man one. I wanted more.
What?
Yeah. No, I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but like I wanted more. I wanted more of a. I think I wanted what Doctor Strange is going to be. I wanted to travel through the multiverses, and it all kind of comes together, or like the Spider-Verse. I mean, honestly, I think I just wanted Spider-Verse live action, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I wanted deep in my heart, and I just realized that. But yes, I mean, I liked the movie a lot. It was a lot of fun. I thought they did a lot of things really cool.
Funny thing is, we were in the theater the same night and didn't even run into each other.
Yeah, no, it was packed, and I showed up like right before it was started, and I'm like, the only seat I think was available was like right in the front too.
And Wolfie comes back, and Wolfie says that he has no intention of seeing Morbius. I love the character in the comics, but they chose Leto as the lead, and it just looks bad.
There are some characters.
Jamie knows I think I'm sorry, Ian. Jamie knows Spider-Man lore, so that's why I'm very anxious. I want to talk to her about it.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, yeah.
And yes, I do have tickets for Aviva wants to know if we have tickets for Doctor Strange yet.
I do not yet.
I do. I will be seeing...
gamble and I show up and I still play it. I don't. Nope. If something's sold out, I'm just going to go to a different movie at that point. But like, yeah, I know the times to go to a movie when I have no issues getting a ticket. But except for the Spider-Man one, that's one of the few that I've seen like opening weekend in a long time.
Doctor Strange, I will be seeing Doctor Strange on the Thursday night at 6 o'clock show, 7 o'clock
What's
show.
the date of that?
The Thursday night, the 6 o'clock show. I don't know. Hold on.
Well, no, I think
the 5th. The 5th. The 5th.
I can tie this back to myself now. For the Lights Camera Greenfield, just real quick, we are premiering all of the movies that get submitted to us. live and hopefully online at the same time. We're hoping to do sort of live stream while we're in, but we're doing it at the Garden Theater in Greenfield. So we are welcoming the public out to come see these locally made movies. It's on the 5th. It's on Star Wars Day. So May the 4th, and may you come see these movies. I don't know what the number of capacity is offhand, but we will welcome you as best we can. That's May 4th in Greenfield at the Garden at 7 p.m.
All right, and Wolfie comes in, and Wolfie says, I think when it comes to Doctor Strange, they found the right person to play him, and they treated the history and mystery of Strange with respect. Yeah, definitely. I am totally digging. I can't wait for Doctor Strange. Every trailer that pops up.
Weird watching Benedict Cumberbatch, but I've got no issues with him playing the character at all. It was weird watching him shift into a Marvel character all of a sudden. You know, you see him in all of these other like movie dramas and everything. So it's weird almost watching him be silly, if that makes sense. But I'm all on board with Cumberbatch at this point. And like I said, I think this one's directed by Sam Raimi, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, how can you go wrong?
All right. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we're going to be right back with Ian. We're going to come back with some other topics and question of the week.
Angrygeeks Show. Brought to you by CH Square Collectibles, Comics Collectibles, and more. Magic the Gathering every Friday at 6 p.m. Located at 39 Wedgwood Drive, Suite 232, Jewett City. Comics, sports card, autographs, online sales. CH Square Collectibles, proud sponsor of the Angrygeeks Show.
And we are back with the one and only Ian the Historian. That sounds like a barbarian type name.
It does. Like that's actually kind of why I liked it. Like when I've had that handle since like 2009 or so. It was like when I was first signing up for Twitter, and I'm like, okay, what? And I just started going back to school for history, so I'm like thinking of names. And when I realized Historian had my name in it, I'm like, well, there you go. And honestly, it never fails. Every time I put that into a website, it's never taken, so I never have to change anything.
Really? I was gonna put. I'm not wearing any pants because Jamie's not here. I figure I could be on my worst behavior. I not get yelled at, you know. But you know, I have her right here to, you know.
I mean, what she can yell at you all she wants. What is she gonna do on the screen?
What's that?
It's like she can yell at you all she wants. What is she gonna do to you through a screen? She's not gonna hit you.
No, but you met her in person, and you know what she does to me.
That's true.
She's the bully of the group. Yeah, she is the bully of the group. Everyone thinks it's me.
No, it is absolutely Jamie. I've seen her in person. I've hung out with her for a day. You've never met a meaner person at all.
I know, never at all.
Opposite.
So
I can't even go with that bit for too long.
The complete opposite. Yeah, she's a one in a million. So, how many entries have we gotten so far for the contest? Do you know?
Right now we're at, I think, 14. I think a few have signed up over this weekend. I just happened to check the window. So, yeah.
Wolfie says that she
14,
can she bully me?
More. Yeah.
Okay, so now
we're hoping to get a couple more at least by tomorrow. But at that point, I think we've got to close it.
Okay. All right, and it's a 4 minutes. 4 minutes per each film?
That's including credits. You'll get prompts that you will get randomly. We have a list. The way we drew them was actually when we were coming up with like something interesting. Well, I just happened to have my D&D dice, so I rolled a D12 for each team, and that's how we determined what random prompt they were gonna get. So. Since it's already been announced, you can actually go watch the video of the live kickoff and all the explanation. That's all on the GCTV YouTube page. Might be on the website, I'm not sure. But the 3 categories are color, shapes, and food. So you'll get a color, a shape, and a food. You've got to use all 3, but you are allowed to switch out one of them if you don't really like it. So, sign up again. Like, you can't not make a bad movie. Like, honestly, if you make a movie, it's a miracle you made a movie. You'll hear movie actors talk about it all the time. Like, sure, they're talking about even like $1 million movies, but like, if you can like put together a story in video form, export it, and then have it shown at the big screen at Garden Theaters in Greenfield on May 4th at 7 p.m., like, that's really awesome. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that?
So how, with your film, the one that we just viewed at the beginning of the show, how long did it take you to come up with the concept and the story?
No, when I said like that movie was done within 12 hours of the submission time, I'm not joking. Like, so the entire week that I had from like when they started to their submission day, which again, 7 days, I kept thinking of ideas. My wife and I were trying to get our schedules together because we wanted to work together. And what it came down to was like Saturday morning, I'm like, I'm just going weird with it. And I'm going to use, I knew we had the weird mushrooms, spore syringes, and we had grain bags. We had cats. I had interesting lighting from all the weird production stuff that I've done. So like, it was just, all right, let's sort of see how this went. We had the basic idea, again, like putting grain bags into a box, getting a cat out of a box, basic idea. And then at that point, we just experimented with lighting until about 8. And then I spent the last like 4 hours just editing it all together.
So how long of a filming process? I mean, when we
12 hours, like total.
12 hours.
So there was some planning through that entire week, but literally us picking up a camera and then going out to record stuff, 12 hours, like from editing. Like that was extra pressure on ourselves that we didn't need, but we just couldn't get our schedules again. I couldn't come up with a decent enough idea, and I just decided to go with it.
All right, because I mean, I know what it's all about of being in front of a camera. When we did Angrygeeks in the old format, not being live streaming or anything, we sat here in front of the camera. We would go, we would goof off, then we would take a break, and I would have to edit all that stuff together to upload it to you.
Yeah.
So I can just, and that actually took 3 hours, 2 hours to get at that time a 1.5 hour episode. Yeah. Now we're doing hour episodes, and I'm not editing nothing but just throwing up. And so it's a lot more easier. Yes, so I can just, it must be painstaking.
Technology is great in so many ways, and because it's quick, like I totally get the whole 12. It was 2 minutes and like 12 seconds, but it was a 2-minute film, but they allowed 20 seconds of credits if it called for it. But so it's essentially a 2-minute movie where I use the credits for my very bad David Lynch impression. So,
Wolfie, the link, we already showed the film once. The link is right there, up on there, just after the stream. Please go ahead and check it out. As Aviva had said earlier, the film is great, oddly creepy, with a great ending.
Yeah, you end with a cat. It's hard not to win. Like, I don't know why I haven't been doing that the whole time. I've been putting thought and time and talent into it. It's like, no, you just have to make things kind of creepy and then end it with a cat. Winner.
And Axel from Restricted Stream says that he's going to check it out. Yeah, go ahead, Axel, please.
Yeah, check out my channel. There's tons of weird little videos. As I mentioned earlier, there's a 1-minute tutorial of how to sing to a cat.
I'm interested in that one. Because I heard.
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with it. I basically don't make anything that's like copyright an issue. Like I'm making my own stuff, and if I'm using music, I either have permission or it's public domain. So I mean, we can play it if you want. You want to see it?
Yeah, sure. Send it over.
Real quick. It's literally a minute. Like
send it over.
Bad, like when we were watching the other one, because like
it
feels like a slow movie. Like as you're watching it. To me,
no, not at all. And
okay,
Axel says that he is definitely okay with weird and creepy. It is.
This one might push the limit, but we'll see. I'm sending it to you right now.
All right.
Yeah, it's a different link.
So explain where you came up with this idea as I set everything up.
Mid-pandemic. So I think the video speaks for itself.
Okay, entertain the audience as I get there, Ian.
I think it just like if you know this happened in the middle of pandemic before during lockdown, that's all the explanation you need.
Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a world premiere from Ian Hamilton. Are you ready? Let's see.
Oh, that's my bad. Sorry, hold on 1 second. That's the actual album.
Yes,
so what I did was I recorded an album.
Wait! No!
Pause it real quick.
So you'll shut up and.
So this one, I forgot that.
Wait a minute! Wait! 1 second! Look at those glasses!
I wear glasses. I just when I'm like doing photography and filming, I wear contacts because it's just easier to see the screen. But yeah,
really? Oh my God! Okay. All right. So what?
So this is actually. So I grabbed the wrong link apparently because this is the actual album I wrote. I think you can find it on SoundCloud, but it is all songs that I wrote for my cats. And they're just like the songs you sing to your cats. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get you the link. Did you check the link?
This is the link that you sent me.
Okay. Hold on once. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Where are you? Why is that not? Okay, I've got the right link now.
Okay, we're gonna go back to private chat. Sorry for the technical difficulties. And I was just talking about editing.
The album's worth it. If you've ever had a cat, you know where I'm coming from on this. Okay, there's the link.
All right,
this one's more fun. The other one's just like moving video of the pictures.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And this one is
Ian
a world premiere. Other than the internet, I have not shown this one.
How to sing to your cat.
Do you like cats? Do you wish you could attract more cats? Are you lonely? Do you? Well, worry no more, because I'm Ian Hamilton, and I'm going to teach you how to sing to your cat. Step 1, pick a cat. Here's one. Step 2, pick a part of the cat. These are his feet. Step 3, pick an unrelated adjective. Like herbaceous. Now, put it all in a blender and mix it up. And then, you want to drink it all up. Oh God. And now, you're ready to sing to a cat. Look at your little bunny feet. They're so herbaceous they smell like basil. Oh God. And now, you're a cat song expert.
And that's it. That was a mid-pandemic breakdown from Ian at that point. I had decided to grow a mustache, and I needed to sing songs to my cat.
And Wolfie says, looks like David Arquette with a mustache.
I mean, I've been called worse. I could.
I go back to the serial killer. And Aviva says, so worth it. How long did that one take to shoot?
I mean, a day. I mean, basically, like not very long. I definitely went the Tim and Eric sketch like style, where like I meant to make it look bad. So I think I filmed most of it an afternoon and then edited it overnight, and then we were running out of fruit for smoothies, and so I had to wait till the next morning to just have a smoothie, and then that's when I shot the smoothie scene, and I didn't realize that I forgot the tie when I was doing it. So like, there you go, fun Easter eggs that you can find that are totally wrong and out of continuity, but it all works, and honestly, it was just like, yeah, it was a lot of fun to make.
I feel that when I do a video, like one of the Macho Man lip syncing ones or something like that, I set up the big camera and I put the lights up, and of course I had the green screen in the back. And it is a production. You're in front of the camera for a long time, and you get the audio going, and you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And next thing you know, 5-6 hours go by.
Yeah,
and
it goes by very quickly.
Yes, and it's like, wow. Now, I personally, I do it when I'm bored. Like
Yeah.
if Rose leaves and the kids aren't home or something, I'm like, I'm getting creative and I'm getting stupid, and I'm gonna, if I got the episodes uploaded and I don't need to do anything, I'm going to record something stupid, and something stupid is going online. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of fun. It helped me blow off some steam. I got some like good feedback on it. Like, and that was like in March 2021, maybe. So like, the vaccine was just maybe almost a thing at that point. My brain was done, and I needed an outlet. And getting that good feedback from it was quite nice. I had a friend of mine from high school. She's got a daughter now who was probably 4 or 5 at the time, and she had to actually take her phone back because her daughter wanted to watch it like 7 times or something, like in a row. And I'm like, you know what? I can't ask for a better like critique than that. Like, okay, I did a good job.
Oh, we got some more. I wanted to get to the ARE moment, but let's see. And Axel from Restrictor Streaming says he applauds the dedication.
You
and
try working with cats, it is really hard.
Wolfie comes back and says, creative you and stupid to great words together. I love making videos. Yeah, absolutely. I have fun doing it myself. I think it's just great. It's great. Dressing up, having fun. I mean, it's to show the world that you have a good heart and you want people to laugh.
Yeah, I just want people to feel good for a little while. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we do. Jamie and I do the things that we do, and that's why Jack Purcell and I do the things that we do. We're gonna take a quick couple seconds for an ARE moment. This year at Rhode Island Comic Con for the 10th anniversary, November 4th through the 6th, Michael Rooker will make his return. Now, I have history with Michael Rooker, and so does Jamie, both of us, being on stage with Michael Rooker, most known for Guardians of the Galaxy and The Walking Dead. Make sure you get your tickets and come hang out with the Angrygeeks, because Ian's going to be there this year with us hanging out. He just doesn't know it yet, but I think he remembers.
I think I might be able to agree to that.
Yes, November 4th to the 6th, Michael Rooker. And then at Colorado Springs Comic Con, Jen Taylor, a voice from Halo, Ruby, Super Mario Brothers the movie, and more. She's going to be at Colorado Springs Comic Con August 19th to the 21st. And that's our ARE moment.
I really like that, like with all the cons that I see going on, that like voice actors are like getting their due. I mean, of course, like a number of them, John DiMaggio, all the big current big ones, of course they get their well-deserved recognition, but it's really cool to see like when it's like anime voice actors or just any like kind of animation voice actors. Like I'm glad they get to like be out there and people get to see them and see who the face to the voice is.
Now, you were with us for the My Hero Academia panel, right? Were you there with us for that?
No, I wasn't for that panel.
Okay. We work with them at Colorado Springs, and we work with them, of course, at Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. When we were at Colorado Springs, a couple of the voice actors were on our shuttle going back to our hotel room with us after the con. You never, ever, well, you probably do, want to be on a bus or it's like a limo bus kind of thing.
Be on the fly on the wall or something.
Yes,
sure.
Going in a car, leaving the convention, going back to the hotel. Because it's not a normal conversation with these people. They're all in characters, doing voices. Jamie and I were laughing hysterically. I couldn't even eat dinner that night because my stomach was hurting. Wolfie wants to know, what is the YouTube channel, Ian? He is the 13th Wolfman on YouTube.
Great. You can find my stuff at, I think it's all under Yorick Lives. Yorick. YORICK Lives Productions. Or you search my name, or let me see if I can find a link, and I'll put it somewhere where people can see it.
How come it's not Ian the Historian?
When I started making documentaries, I was coming up with like a production name, and at the time they were two different paths that have gone back and forth at this point, but I wanted a different name than like the social media aspect, but then technology grew and it turns out it's all one and the same. So that's just what it turned out to be. And I was like, I already stuck with the name. It's got a picture of my cat, the cat that's actually featured in that video. So like, I was just like, well, this is going to be great. It combines not only Shakespeare sort of trivia, but also comic trivia, because Yorick is the main character from Y the Last Man, which is one of my favorite series.
Well, what did you think of the TV show?
Honestly, I liked it. I was obviously it was way different than the comic was, and for what they did, I appreciated it. I liked it. I would have liked to have seen where it had gone if it hadn't been canceled, honestly. I especially like, I'm kind of on board, but like 2/3, 60% on board, like most of the way. But the last few episodes, it really like, it almost, so it felt like they did what The Walking Dead did. This first season is going to be really different and set everything else up. But then after that, we're all going to be like all in the comic of like what happened in the comic. We're going to recreate this stuff. But it was because they started so differently, and but I enjoyed it. I really did.
Okay. No, I feel you. I feel you, because I was the same way with the Green Lantern movie. It's all I had. It's all I had. So let me enjoy that. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if anyone did. I enjoyed it because it's all I had.
Doing what he does before everyone gave him carte blanche. So you like, this was before he was in everything. So Reynolds, this is kind of fun. And
yeah, exactly.
It wasn't until I want to say it was like the Honest trailer or something that I even realized that that's Taika Waititi and Green Lantern as his like partner.
Yeah, and
just never realized that until someone pointed it out. I was like, oh my god, it is.
Well, that character, it actually goes back to the 1967 Filmation cartoon.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A lot of people were like, oh, they just made up this character. No, just do your homework. Go back, watch something, and you'll see it. For crying out loud.
And the thing is honestly, I just understand filmmaking and movie writing. Like, you just need a best friend. Like, if they have to write one in, like, it was probably necessary, because you can't just have your characters by themselves the whole time. That's boring.
Well, you were by yourself almost for the whole time, and that wasn't boring at all.
Not me anymore, so well, yeah, I was just lucky it won.
Wolfie says that he loved the GL movie and he subscribed to you. Look at that. All right, so one more time before we wrap up tonight, Ian, let's talk just a little bit about the film contest really quickly, and that way we can wrap up.
Sure. So the original kickoff was this past Thursday. We started at 6 o'clock. That's when we announced that what the prompts were, which if anyone is just now listening, we have a universal prompt that is the word bloom, but you will get random prompts that are, you'll get a shape, a color, and a item of food that you must include into your film in some way. Could just be mentioned, could be shown. We are looking for creativity. We want to see how you use the prompts more than did you show the item for a second and then be done, or did you turn it into the movie? Did you make it part of the story? Did you combine all of the that's the homepage of GCTV. It's like, I'm also curious to see if people combine all of the prompts into one thing, or if they do 3 individual things. So, I mean, there's a lot of way to do this, and we want to see kind of like the most.
Yeah, Mike, Ian, your mic is unconnected. Stop. You disconnected your mic. Yeah, holy crap. You disconnected your mic.
Hello?
There you go. Yeah, you disconnected your mic.
Let's see.
You were on a roll. And
I don't
then
know what just happened.
Yeah, it just popped up and said, your guest disconnected their mic. Well, anyway, we're going to post a comment. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, could you hear me then?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, it's all about creativity. If you've never made a movie, we can help you. We've got all the training. It's not about talent. It's about creativity and like how much fun you have with it. A fun movie is going to be bad movie is going to be better, in my opinion, than a really well-made, like, unoriginal movie.
Fair enough. So, and once again, to tell everyone where they could find you online if they just want to be your Facebook friend. You see my handle
there, the History Ian. That's pretty much Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Well, I mean, like pretty much all of them. Or you just search Yorick Lives on YouTube. Yorick Lives Productions. I think if you get Yorick Lives, you get some old World of Warcraft stuff. I don't know why. I haven't beat the algorithms apparently, or I guess I don't know. But so do Yorick Lives Productions. You'll find me there. GCTV.org. You know, I'm very easy to find. I'm just unpopular, not like hard to find.
And I am Louis Perry. You can find me each and every Monday night right here with my sister from another mister, the one and only That Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. And you can find her on Instagram on That Wonder Woman 001. And you can find us both at the Angrygeeksshow.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and soon to be following us on Twitch as well. And you can find me every Tuesday night with Inksling and Jack Purcell, my tag team partner like no other, on the Faces and Heels podcast. Ian and I would like to thank you all for hanging out with us on this Monday night, and we will talk to you guys soon. So please stay safe, stay classy, and be good, San Diego.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation, found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.